The Lincoln's Legends podcast is proudly brought to you by two amazing sponsors that are local businesses from right here in Springfield. MilesT-shirts.com, top-notch printing at a great price, and Laces Footwear. Why buy kicks and threads at separate places when the freshest gear is all at Laces. LacesFootwear.com. Holy shit, kids, we made it. This is the last episode of November. You've got a solid month of pure audio entertainment for less than the price of a cheeseburger. Thank you for listening and all your support. Just like a train in P. Diddy, we won't stop. The guest list is already booked for December, and I'm stoked to bring you solid interviews all the way through the new year. This week's episode, I sat down with Brad Loman from the Springfield Chapter of the Movember Foundation. Full disclosure, we had brunch, Bloody Marys, and they were delicious. Stay tuned with me after the interview. I've got some awesome stuff to share with you. Without further ado, the Movember episode of the Lincoln's Legends podcast. Good morning and welcome to the Movember edition of the podcast. Where are we at? What are we doing? I'm sitting down with the head of the, I'd call you the head of the Movember Foundation.
All right. That's perfect. I would say I'm the team captain.
State your name, sir, and what do you do?
My name is Bradley Loman, and I would currently consider myself the head of the Lincoln Land Mo Bros Movember team here in Springfield, Illinois.
We've decided to meet at your favorite spot, which is what the guests get to choose. It makes it more organic. Where are we?
We are at probably my favorite location in the city right now, Obed and Isaac, as they would say, eat well and drink better beer, and that's what I plan on doing.
I've only been here a handful of times, but I haven't been here for the actual sit-down dining experience. I'll sit at the bar and I'll have a drink, or the flight, as it were, and then we did an interview at next door at the coffee shop, which was awesome. I don't have any complaints, but I have a wish that it were open later, because it was like a Monday and they close on 7, or they close at 7.
Really?
Yeah, and I know that like can't compete with the corporate being open later, but it would be an awesome spot for people to hang out, and just chat until like 9 or 10. But,
I agree.
Neither here nor there. Let's start with the plugs. Movember is for the men's health. I don't want to summarize it, but I want to give you the chance to just run with it.
Okay. Movember is a movement that was started 12 years ago, actually in Australia. With that, it was something that the founder, his name is Adam Garone, and he was actually talking with some of his friends, and they were like, well, what styles from the 70s really weren't coming back, or what hadn't come back, or what do they think should make a comeback? And they said, you know what, mustaches really.
Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
You demand authority.
Exactly.
With mustache.
And he said, mustaches really haven't come back, and we should see a lot more mustaches. And they said, well, how can we make a movement out of this? How can we do something with this? And that's where they started going over things and realized, there's a lot of support for women's health and women's breast cancer in October. But at the same time, they said there's really not anything for men. And so they said, you know what, we're going to make a movement, we're going to bring back the mustache, and we're going to raise awareness for men's health. This is my 4th year personally doing Movember. Movember is, just like I said, we have a lot of awareness for women's health. We wear pink in October. I was going to
ask, the NFL covers the whole thing, and I'm not saying that one source, I'm not saying that one cause is more important than another, but it's definitely not as celebrated. I know you're not going to celebrate the cancer, but you celebrate the awareness.
Right.
I mean, it's a national, if not global movement, and I love that the Aussies took it upon themselves to do this, but it also stinks that we, as a country, didn't pay enough attention to the men's aspect. Maybe do you think it's because it's kind of like faux pas, like you wouldn't want to talk about it, and because people are afraid of the exams that have to do with.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, it's a complete stigma with the fact that. Men, we're men.
Stigma. I can't use faux pas. I don't know what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
It's all good. No, we're so aware of women's health, and men are supposed to be the Iron Man. Men do not go to the doctor. Men do not traditionally take care of themselves.
Do you think
the
lumbersexual that's now trending will be a part of Movember, because they already have the beard?
I mean, the problem, and we'll get into that a little bit later as far as the rules go, but lumbersexual, yes, I do love that movement, I will say myself. You see a lot more of it now.
It just hit the internet like a week ago or 2 weeks or something, right?
Yeah.
It's the Manly Man, where it's about flannel shirts, long beards. Okay.
So there's a stigma about the fact that they're ironclad. They're the Iron Men. They are the supporters. They are the ones that don't need to be nurtured. I'm a guy. I don't need to go to the doctor. I'm healthy. I'm strong.
Yeah.
And for a long time there has been that just almost that judgment that if you're going to the doctor to find out what's wrong with you, then you're not a manly man. You know, you're and I think it's the complete opposite. Whereas if you take charge of your own health and your own responsibility to go to the doctor and make sure, I think it only makes your masculinity above and beyond, to be honest, because like I said, and I think it's also the fact that you were also hitting on men's prostate exams overall are not enjoyable. Men's exams to check into their bladder or their their urinary tract are not enjoyable, and it's also that fear factor.
But we live in a world where you can cure most things and you can also prevent them, and it stinks. It sucks. I hate saying stinks because I'm so used to not being able to use expletives, but it fucking blows that you can't go to the doctor and say, hey, I might have this or have that, because you're like, I feel dirty, or I feel, if there's gentlemen that are very sexually active, then it is a good idea for them to get, checked. And you go and you're like, oh God, I got some, it's embarrassing. Well, you have to clean it, and then you have to treat it, and that's part of the men's health. But also, if you have nothing, it's still a good idea to get checked, at certain ages. And
that's the thing personally for me is this is my 4th year doing it. I'm 29 years old. I'm going to be 30 in March, and with that, the reason I'm so gung ho, especially this year, is because I've been diagnosed with BPH.
What is that?
BPH is an enlarging of your prostate.
Ouch.
And so I've had a couple prostate exams. I've had numerous things that I take a daily pill now to keep my prostate from enlarging.
Right.
And so that's why this is more of a gung-ho thing for me now, because not only have I been personally affected by it, but my grandfather also had prostate problems. So, and usually the thing is, you don't have to worry about anything like that until you're about 45, 50.
Really?
I'm 29 years old, and I take a daily pill for my prostate now. And so it is not only become pure motivation for what we're doing now, but it just kind of opens your eyes as to it doesn't matter. It never mattered. To quote people usually in relationships or whatever it may be, age is just a number.
I guess. Wow,
age
I didn't even think about that. Because I feel bad. I'm 30 and I've never been checked for anything. I go to the annual physical, but that doesn't involve invasive procedures in the politest way possible. I noticed that you've got banners. Do you have any merch going on?
Really, the only merchandise that's really given out is to the Movember, or as we call them, Mo Bros and Mo Sisters.
Wait, if somebody wanted to buy a shirt, is that possible?
Movember does have their own site and their own merchandise.
Okay.
We recently, I'm gonna throw a plug in here, milest-shirts.com on Lowell Street here in Springfield. I'm gonna show you my t-shirt real quick here. We just actually got these Friday.
Ooh, it's Abe Lincoln with a Tom Selleck stash, and it says Lincoln Mo Bros. I was in the shop a couple days ago doing business, and the joke came into my head that the girls do for the jewelry. He went to Jared, but he went to Miles.
Yes.
T-shirts.com.
Yes.
We love the sponsor. We do. So we've been running spots all month about the show. I'm stoked to be able to do the commercial for you. I hate to call it commercial. I'd call it more of a spot, more of informing people that, hey, we've got this thing going on. And that's why I said, you see people throughout the month, Stephen Fry, Nick Offerman using their platform and their celebrity to say, hey, this is a cause that you should know about. But I was stoked to find out that there's people in Springfield doing this, and it's important. We were talking about the men's health versus women's health, and it's so important because with the women's preventative benefits right now, it's my understanding that you can get most of your procedures for free, but how is that in reference to guys?
Guys, especially, the problem is with guys, a lot of them are more. The problem with guys is the fact that they're less invasive most of the time, which is kind of the opposite of the checks. But the problem is it's all costing. Most men's procedures, unless it's an essential benefit, like a physical, like whatever it may be, it all costs.
Wasn't something in the government about the women getting stuff for free? What is that?
Oh, the essential benefits are the Affordable Care Act, women's essential health benefits. We were just talking about. We go ahead and if a woman wants to go in and not have any more kids, they can go in, get their tubes tied free. If a guy wants to go in, get his tubes cut or whatever it may be. It costs.
What about so the women get the free tube side, but guys have to pay to stop having babies?
Yep.
That's something we need to raise awareness for. That's kind of important.
I agree.
So this episode will air in the week of Thanksgiving. I want to push as hard as I can for you guys to get your cause out there. How is the fundraising going on right now?
Fundraising, actually, I can actually pull that up. And no, this is actually, number one, this is the most number of people I've ever had join me in this cause. Our team is consisting of about 7 different people now, and between those 7 different people, we've raised almost $500.
Awesome.
I'm going to get you an exact count here. Right now, individually, I've raised $173, and with our whole team, the whole Lincoln Land Mo Bros, we've raised $438. And right now, one of our members, he goes by Cheeto, he is actually going to, because the main thing is I donated $10 to myself initially because I'm going to put my money where my mo is. For those of you uneducated, mo is short for mustache. Australians came up with it, and there's so mo bros, mo sisters, people who are involved with it. And that's the thing I want to kind of sidebar with right now too, is it's not just men that can be involved. Women can be involved as well. Mo sisters, they go out, obviously they're not growing mustaches, but they're going out, they're raising that awareness as well. They're raising those funds as well. They're supporting that mo bro in their life. And they're also spreading that awareness to the men in their life as well. So, ladies, you can be Mo Sisters along with the Mo Bros that are raising funds. Go to Movember.com, check out the information. But as far as that goes, it is the greatest amount that I've ever fundraised. It is the greatest amount of any people that have joined me. And
let's push it further, because we're available on iTunes. We're also available on the TuneIn Radio app, so people can download this episode, listen to it wherever they want, and they can still, if you can't send money, send awareness. Just repost a post. Just, you've got Illinois Mo Bros. It's not a .com. It's a dot.
It's a .com. If you want to, if you do, the first thing is I never pressure anybody to donate. I never pressure anybody to donate. If you do donate, even better. Movember Foundation. All of the funds are spread out through worthy causes and worthy organizations to help with prevention and cures for prostate and testicular cancers, and also for men's mental health issues as well. But if you want to go and you want to donate, go to www.mobro.co. MOBRO.co.
We'll definitely put it in the show notes so everybody can see it too.
/BR Loman. Or if you want to donate to the team, www.mobro.co/ it's Lincoln Land Mo Bros, and each individual word has a hyphen. So Lincoln-Land-Mo-Bros.
That's awesome, man. We're definitely going to put it in the show notes. I do apologize to the audience if you are listening. It's a little loud, but you know, we're out and about in Springfield, so it's you get what you pay for. Welcome back to the Lincoln's Legends podcast, Mo Bros edition for the Movember Foundation. I do apologize about pausing the show. However, we are having lunch at Obed and Isaac's, and it's an awesome experience. The server's doing a great job, but I don't want for her to be on the air and worry about that and so on and so forth. So let's lock it in. We're with Brad from the Movember Foundation, and let's talk about how you start. Are there rules, regulations?
Well, I mean, a lot of people will try to confuse Movember for No Shave November, and the difference between that is Movember is strictly about mustaches. It's about awareness. It's fundraising and spreading awareness for the cause. No Shave November is more of a competition. Really, I know maybe some people put some foundations or some earnings behind it, but it's not the same cause as Movember. Movember, once you become a Mo Bro, once you make that decision, you go to Movember.com, you register yourself as a Mo Bro, and then one key rule, there's 5 different rules. Rule 1 is you start off the month completely clean shaven. You don't get a head start on your mustache, you don't have stubble, nothing. My tradition is every Halloween, I stay up till midnight. Once midnight hits on November 1st, I shave my face completely clean because, let's be honest, my facial hair doesn't grow that fast, and I need every head start I can get. The rest of the rules for the entire month, obviously. Second rule is you must grow, maintain, and groom a mustache. Mustache, over the years has been a sign of prestige or regal or royalty. Number 3, there are a few rules. People will try to do the Van Dyke or a goatee or whatever. Rule 3: there's no joining your mustache to your sideburns. That's considered a beard. We don't do beards. We do mustaches. Rule 4: there's no joining your handlebars if you decide to grow your handlebars downward or whatever it may be. If you grow a horseshoe, no growing your goatee on your chin and joining that hair. That's considered a complete goatee. It's truly just about the mustache. And the last rule, I believe the most important rule, is to every Mobro must conduct himself as a gentleman. And I try not only with that, not just Movember, but yearly. I'm holding doors for women. I'm assisting people. I'm doing things for just the other day. I paid for somebody's Starbucks. I did the pay it forward through the Starbucks drive-through. And so with that, those are the essential set of rules. There are people who try and grow their beard along with it. No, it's completely the mustache because it's supposed to be a talking point. And if someone can notice your mustache and make it a talking point, then you've done your job. You're helping raise that awareness.
I love the fact that the mustache becomes a talking point because there's a popular slogan or connotation with someone that has like a trash stash or a porn stash. But the Aussies are really bringing the stash back for a good cause. That's amazing. Can you tell me, we ran a spot for you guys for all the celebrities that are going around. Well, it's not just celebrities, it's people here in town. That's why I wanted this interview to highlight, what you guys are doing. Did you want to bring up a couple of the celebrities and what's going on in their world, saying, hey, I care about the cause enough to grow a mustache?
The Green Arrow, the actor in Green Arrow, he is starting to grow his mustache out. And you'll start seeing the series, supposedly. Along with that, you've got Neil Everett from SportsCenter. I mean, the celebrities encompass a wide range of people of nerddoms or geekdoms or fandoms or whatever you want to incorporate along with that. Like I said, Neil Everett from SportsCenter, Chef Michael Simon from The Chew and from Food Network, one of my personal favorites. So Clevelandites, get with Chef Michael Simon. Also, it's not just personalities. It's sports stars. Eddie Lacy, running back for the Green Bay Packers, is also a Mo-bro. He's growing his mustache out. Also, Mo Sistas, pay attention. Melissa Joan Hart and Jessica Alba are both Mo Sistas for the cause. It's not just real life people too. You get a lot of cartoon or mascot personalities that get along with it. Archer from his FX series, Archer, he has his own Mobro site as well. You've also got Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean grows out a sweet white mustache on that upper lip to kind of help replace what he's messing up top with the chrome dome. And then also, I guess almost in kind of direct competition, the brawny paper towel guy also gets in on Movember. So you've got a lot of different influences out there trying to help raise awareness. So it's not, the problem is I think a lot more is focused on those celebrities, and a lot of people don't realize that, just as you're doing, which I truly appreciate, we have this local chapter in town. And the more that you give to us, 100% of the proceeds go towards the Movember Foundation and they're donated to those causes to help with the research, with the prevention, and with the cures against prostate and testicular cancers.
I love the passion. I love the fact that you're committed. We talked earlier off air about how committed you were, and I'd love for you to share what your idea is as long as you break that goal, because you do have a goal personally, which is...
My team overwhelmingly this year has been amazing. Great support. Our team, as far as those funds go, we are over the $400 benchmark. I'm close to the $200 benchmark, and I have vowed that if my team raises $600, that I will get the Movember mustache logo tattooed on the inside of my forearm. Because it is that much of a cause to me, because I am personally affected by it, because my family history has been affected by men's health issues, because I am so gung-ho with it. That's my personal tribute to the cause.
we're super stoked to be a part of it. I love the passion, and Lincoln's Legends listeners, if you can just help out a little bit to push that goal, you know, I always support local charities, local music. We gotta keep it here.
We do.
Keep it fresh,
We do.
keep it local, and we hope that we can help you reach that goal. We got a segment for if you could be mayor for a day, what if anything would you change? 24 hours. It only lasts for a night. It's a genie in a bottle situation. You get one chance. What would you change?
I think if I was mayor for a day, I think I would take away some of the people's frustration, and I would sync our stoplights a little more organized. I think the prime example is on my way here. It's I believe it's Adams and Jefferson coming up 7th Street. Adams changes to green. All of a sudden, Jefferson comes right back down to red. Why are you telling me to go when I have to stop right again? People are so frustrated by the lights, and everybody that's traveled into this town that has not lived here has said, you guys have the most stoplights of any town I've ever seen in my entire life. That would be my number one platform for 24 hours.
All right, next question is it's a Lincoln's losers section. I always compare it to, you know, Steve's dog is pooping in my yard. I've told him for 2 weeks to clean up the poop and he won't do it. Damn you, Steve. Stop your dog from pooping in my yard. What's if anybody, you can throw somebody under the bus. And I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but it's fun. It's something you talk about all the time. It's like, if you're listening to this, stop being a dick.
Right. I have personally had any issues with them, but my wife has. The old guy that lives below us in our apartment building. Hey, dude, we got an 8-week-old baby. You cough like you have tuberculosis. I've never seen you smoke once, okay? Second of all, I don't know if you have Tourette's or whatever it may be, but stop cursing your brains out. And if you're talking to somebody on the phone or whatever it may be, all we hear is a constant just slathering of nothing but curse words. I'm not joking. This guy, you can hear him on the other side of the apartment building, just nothing but a stream of curse words. As Mike Ditko would say, stop it.
Well, I think that's a good, solid segment. We're going to wrap it up. I want you to give some plugs before we head out, and then we're going to enjoy some brunch. So finish the show out, my friend.
All right. First off, I want to thank you, Mr. Bailey,
dude,
for appreciating it. It really is. It's nice to be able to go out and spread that word. I want to thank everybody else who's taking part in this. My team. My wife, who is also my biggest supporter. She is also a Mo sister, so thank you, baby. I love you. Thank you to, once again, on milestshirts.com for hooking us up with our t-shirts. They look amazing. If you guys get a chance, check them out. They have great stuff. And just go out there and, above all else, spread that awareness. Get those men in your life to go to something as simple as go to their dental checkup. If you think they're having some mental issues, go get a mental checkup. Go get their physical. Go get those checkups. Go, because prevention is key. If you can catch it early, it's the best medicine you can have. Go out there, get your checks. Don't be scared. As a guy who's not even 30 yet and has gone through almost any prostate or testicular check that you can go through, they're not pleasant, but I promise you, once they're done, you'll feel completely better about yourself. Go out, spread that awareness, and mow on.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for being on. We look forward to working with you next year.
This is Brandon Carnes from the Black Sheep Radio Show, and you're listening to Lincoln's Legends Podcast.
It's so easy to get sidetracked with the hustle and bustle of the holidays. Well, milest-shirts.com has customized their online store to streamline the ordering process. The store is designed to meet the needs of your business, sports team, or organization. The first organization to take advantage of this seamless service was the Springfield Youth Hockey Association. Their store offers many options for custom shirts, beanies, and hoodies. There's no order forms to fill out or money to collect. Everything is taken care of. Just choose the item you want, add to cart, and the order will be printed. Take 30 seconds to check out their online store, and I guarantee it'll save you more than 30 minutes of frustration. For more information, dial 528-2816, or they're always available at milestshirts.com. Thanks for staying with us. I wanted to bring to your attention that we just got new merch courtesy of milestshirts.com, including a banner, decals, and bumper stickers. And if you want a decal or bumper sticker, I'll give you one for free. All that I ask is, in return, you post a pic to your favorite social networking website just to help us spread the word. And by the way, all of our interviews are recorded in town at public places, and these interviews are open to the public. So if you see me recording with a banner, don't hesitate hesitate to stop by and say hi. You can yell Bailey, or if you're shy, just yell Marco, I'll yell Polo. It'll be an awesome conversation. And last week, I ran an ad for local bands highlighting the entertainment downtown. Well, this week I feel like a dick because I didn't include all of them. So now our website is updated with more local shows for the weekend. It's on the front page of linconslgendspodcast.com. That's all I have for this week. Thank you for listening. Remember, a $100 cab ride's way cheaper than a DUI. If you plan on shopping on Friday, add Laces Footwear to your list. Doors open at 11. Laces Footwear is a locally owned sneaker boutique. They specialize in exclusive brands such as Staples, Robotic Minds, Mishka, Saucony, and Pony. This is next level gear that you can't find at White Oaks Mall. Why shop for kicks and threads at separate places when the freshest gear is all at Laces? Check them out, lacesfootwear.com.